Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 24th episode of Dororo. And last episode, a lot happened really. Where we left off, I think Hyakimaru and Tahamaru were still trying to kill each other. So that's pretty exciting. So let's get into it and see if either of them succeeds in that goal. So 3, 2, 1, play. But this is the final episode, so whatever happens, it's all over. So I wonder if we'll get the opening this episode, maybe not. Yeah. Never a good sign when birds are flying over your head like that. I never did get used to seeing that baby like that. It's getting a little bit hot in there. Man, not just in the house, but even in those eyes, the fire in those eyes. And we actually are getting the opening, so I didn't think we would, but there you go. Because a lot of times, final episodes won't have an opening, or they'll skip the opening initially and then just have the opening song play in like a really cool, important moment of the final episode. Some shows do that, and I really do like when they do that, but I guess we're not opting to do that this time. And my cat is currently laying on my lap, so I only have access to this hand. He's kind of using my other hand as a pillow, so I only have one hand to use to assist in my commentary. Now that one shot of Dororo swimming in the water and Hyakimaru standing under the waterfall, that one little bit there does a good job of showing the difference between those two characters. One is just fun, having just, it's more lively, having fun, being silly. The other one's just kind of the opposite of that. Just, I guess, training under the waterfall type of thing. Dororo and Hyakimaru. I know I usually don't put as much emphasis as I'm supposed to on the K part of that name. Come on, you have 3 eyes. You should be able to aim better than that. Memories. Yeah, if you're that angry, it's gonna be hard to fight properly. This was his home before you were born. You tell him, Hyakimaru. Hyakimaru. This... It sounds like such a childish argument when they do it like this. It's mine. No, it's mine. Mine. I was here first. This is what it's got. This is where we got to. Yeah, the mother didn't care about you because she was too busy worried about Hyakimaru. Oh no, he doesn't want the flower. She was his mother first. I wouldn't say that. It's probably something. He didn't have a choice. He wasn't allowed to be here. What do you lack? Would you stop blaming Hyakimaru for all of your problems? I'm gonna give you a sword instead. Oof. Ow! Well, ow! Good God, that's gotta hurt. I'm surprised they could just get back up after that. They should have been down for a few minutes after a fall like that at the very least. Even with anime logic. Yeah, be careful, Dororo. It's kind of, on fire. I don't really feel comfortable with you being around here. I think you... well, never mind. Why are you in the well? Why are you in the well? There are monsters down there. Well, that goes without saying, but... okay. I hope that's not the last time we see her. Well, last time Dororo sees her. Yeah, this is not a good place to be. It's just not. But you hate it when you can't open the cupboards. Well, okay, Jukai, you came in handy. Are you calling him girly? Or him or her mannish? A question for another time, I suppose. I'm leaning towards Hyakimaru looking a little bit girly. He's got the long hair after all. Oh. Oof. Oof. Oh, okay, that was close. Yeah, watch out for that pillar. I got my left hand back now. Oof. That was close. Yeah. I guess it's not easy to kill your brother. There are some similarities, for sure. Ah. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on your paw. Clearly. Don't do a cheap stab or anything. Well, that growling does not sound good. Is he like... is the demon taking over? They really don't, generally. They're very stubborn creatures. Oh, you're not gonna actually tear them out, are you? I don't want to watch this. Just... well, at least we didn't have to watch him, like, shove them into Hyakimaru's eye sockets. And in the end, Dororo goes down there anyway. Okay. That's a problem. But any problem we can solve by stabbing it, so. So, did it work? Oh god. I mean, I guess it was the fake eyes that floated away, so the new ones, so the real ones can go there. But you might want to watch out. The place is still falling apart, so... okay. Good job. I did think there was no way he would actually die right there, so... So can he actually finally see now? Finally getting to hold a child again. It's... almost enough to make me tear up, almost. Looks very nice. Dororo, be careful! I don't know why we're having this heart-to-heart inside the burning building. We should probably leave. Yeah, I might want to guide him. Tahomaru, how are you doing? He's still alive over there? Yeah, he's got his eyes. Well... Well, yeah, something. Well... So, well, that's actually Tahomaru. How are you doing? I did get a little bit confused there for some reason, but... Yeah, see, Mom loves you too. Don't need to be jealous anymore of your very pitiable brother. Yeah, this is the final episode. Uh, yeah, I don't want to, you don't want to inhale that. Yeah, Hyakimaru definitely looks like a girl with his hair like that. Yeah, I mean, he's never seen it before. Oh, well, it's just gonna embarrass her if you say that all of a sudden. But, yeah, you can see now. Pretty great, huh? Don't fall, guys. Uh, well, yeah, this doesn't look good at all. Grave news, that's the worst kind. Yeah. I guess you could define that as grave news. That's a lot of bad in there. You go do that. I have no doubt, yeah. I see. Well, then learn. Nobody's born knowing how to use a sword. Okay, Dororo. Yeah. Well, Dororo kind of already has it, so... A lot of it. Yeah, I don't have it on me, of course. But, like what I tell you. You don't want to tell too many people that you have a mountain of gold somewhere. Huh. I can't really picture you as a samurai, but... I guess it was a while ago. Oh? Yeah, I wonder what that's about. Well, that doesn't really help very much. Well, that can be taken a lot of ways as well. I know, if I could see for the first time in my life, I know what I would want to look at, personally. Okay, well... Hello. Yeah, got a problem with that? Nah, 5 out of 10. Yes, to either kill or be killed, or sacrifice your son. There's, I guess, an option C there. Well, maybe it's about time you stop. I think it's been more than once. So, Yakimato, are you gonna... Are you gonna do it? Seems like you did, actually. You wouldn't just leave Dororo. Don't be silly. The show's called Dororo, you can't just leave Dororo. I see. So like a fork in the road, you had to walk back one part then so you could walk down the other. Okay, well... I did not realize that, but... It's not exactly the happiest ending ever for Hyakimaru, but not the worst. So I guess he didn't do it after all. I kind of figured. Which is more than he can say for you. Will those words sink in at all? I doubt it. I mean, wouldn't have had a show. Wow, I was actually crying. Well, this almost sounds like he's dying, but I think he's supposed to be crying. Well, where do we go now? You better not leave without Dororo, because it's unforgivable. You better meet up with him soon. I don't know how far away you two are from each other right now, but you need to narrow that gap. You mean that in a good way, right? Wow, a time skip. Well, Dororo, if that was supposed to be Dororo, yeah. Would definitely be a bit harder for that Dororo to pass as a boy. But what was that last shot supposed to be with her like reuniting with Dororo? Was that what Hyakimaru? Was that what that was? I hope that's what that was. I'm going to believe that's what that was. Because I'm sure Dororo was pretty busy with the money and rebuilding things and stuff after they separated. You know, in the end, the show really was about Hyakimaru becoming whole again. Not just in a more obvious physical way, but also, you know, like the priest segregating his heart and all that. Because he did go down a wrong path at some point, but it seems like he was able to pull himself back in there. Which I guess him not killing his brother was supposed to be kind of the sign of that. It's the end. That's the end. Okay. That was the 24th and final episode of Dororo. And this episode, I mean, as far as final episodes go, I thought it was pretty good. I don't know how much I really to say on it. We had a fight between Hyakimaru and Taomaru, which is of course cool to watch. Pretty intense for a lot of it. And Hyakimaru ended up winning in the end and did not kill Tahomaru, so... Although, they said... I don't remember who... I think it was a priest that said it, that both the mother and brother died anyway, so... If that's the case, it doesn't really matter. that much, but I kind of go back to that, like, how obvious was it that they died? Because they didn't pick up on that when it happened, if they did. Like, last time we saw the mother, she was obviously comforting Tahomaru. You know, and Jukai was there as well. And I guess we saw, like, the building collapse after that, but I just kind of assumed they left it. But, yeah, if the mother died, that's pretty sad. But, Yakimaru did get all of his body parts back, got his eyes back, called the sky pretty, called Dororo pretty, which he was not ready for, so got a little bit of nice blushing from that. So that was that was a little bit funny. But, you know, Dororo's Yakimaru's a very straightforward person, so, you know. Although, somebody that's been blind their whole life, they would definitely have a different perspective on beauty for sure. I don't know how different it would be than an average person's, but it would definitely be different. For sure. Because you wouldn't really have any, like, preconceived notions or anything about beauty that would be that's like cultural and stuff. You wouldn't have anything like that, so it's an interesting thing to think about for sure. But yeah, I really don't know how much I really had to say on this episode. Dororo seems to be making good use of the money, which makes sense. That's the whole point of the money, is to find a good use for it and make things better, so. And Yakimaru did not kill his father, even though he has plenty of reason to, like, plenty of reason to. But apparently he's hoping that he'll get better. Be a little bit less of a scumbag and all that, I guess, is the hope there. And maybe he will, you know. The emotional reaction he had there near the end, it tells me that he may have gotten through to him a little bit there, so. And yeah, this final shot, well, this was a cool shot, seeing Dororo running, and then it fades into like an older girl, which is quite obviously supposed to be Dororo. I don't know how many, at least 5 years later, maybe more. And she definitely grew up to be quite a pretty young woman. And running on the bridge, yeah, it seems like she's running on the bridge to Yakimaru, so I think that's supposed to heavily imply they reunite, which I do, yeah, that would be great to see. That would be for the best, so I do hope that's what happened there. So. And I'm sure Dororo did a lot of good things in that time frame. But yeah, everything pretty much wrapped up at the end there, which is, you know, it's always good when that's the case. I'm so used to watching anime where the final episode is not actually the end, it's just the end of the anime adaptation, the light novel is still ongoing. That's kind of the norm for anime adaptation, so I always like it when we get this kind of conclusive ending. Regardless of how happy or anything it is, I just like getting conclusive endings because of that. So, my thoughts on the overall show kind of as a whole. I like the show. I thought it was really, really good. It's obviously not, you know, the type of show that I would usually react to. It's just not it's not the type that I'm good at reacting to, really, not at all. So, but that doesn't mean I don't enjoy anime like this, I certainly do. And this anime had a lot going for it. It's had some really great, cool action scenes, you know, choreography, all that good stuff. You know, at some point in the series, you know, this is kind of I don't remember exactly what episode it was, but there was one episode where the direction seemed very different, a little bit wonky. But you know, for the most part, yeah, the show was very, very solid in all the kind of technical aspects like that. And obviously a very dark show. A lot of sad, tragic stuff happens throughout the show. I can't even remember all the things that happened. Obviously, the one singing woman is what got to me the most out of the entire show. That's what got the biggest emotional reaction out of me. You know, that whole situation. But there was definitely no shortage of scenes kind of like that throughout the show. Just tragic backstories were just everywhere, especially with Dororo. And that one was really hard to watch. The mother, like the scene where Dororo's mother, just has the hot soup just be poured into her hand like that, just burning away the skin, just so her child can have something to eat. That's that may have been one of the most brutal scenes to watch in the whole show. Like, the show had plenty of stuff like decapitation and stuff like that, but as far as physical pain being exerted, that was probably the hardest to watch. Oh man, that really got to me, that part. That was as well. That's one of the things I remember the most about the show, was just that's that Dororo flashback there. But of course, Yakimaru is not exactly going to lose as far as tragic backstories go, because when he was born, all of his organs were sacrificed away to demons for the betterment of the country, and the father doesn't seem even the least bit grateful to Yakimaru's sacrifice. Not that he had a choice in the matter, but still, you should be a little bit thankful towards your baby boy that you basically destroyed the life of to give you a better chance of having a prosperous country, you know. But he never even once seemed to act even remotely grateful towards Yakimaru, so he really has no business at all complaining when Yakimaru wants his stuff back. So yeah, just the father was just such a scumbag, like, through and through. I mean, at the very end, there may be potential for him to get better, but for what we saw in the show, he was just so bad. I did not like him. I strongly disliked that man, definitely. If it wasn't for Yakimaru having Jukai in his life to actually be a real father figure to Yakimaru, who knows where he would have ended up. Also, if he didn't meet Dororo, that also had a big deal, so Yakimaru also could have went down a really bad path if he did not meet Dororo. I think she also had a lot to do with helping him become the person he is by the end of the show. So, those two people are the real MVPs as far as Yakimaru's development in a positive direction. But yeah, I do like the setting as well. This whole Sengoku Jidai, I think it's called, the Warring States period. I always like that time frame in Japanese history. Obviously, a lot of video games and stuff have been based off of it because it's such an interesting time period. You have all these little areas fighting for power, and you know, wars. A lot of people died in that period of time. That really was the warring period. So the Eroge Sengoku Rants was my first ever introduction into that. Then into that time period, and ever since then I have had a little bit of interest in it. So it's always cool to see that, you know. And I just like samurai in general, so that was the time for the samurai, you know. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. There's nothing quite as cool as just watching samurai battling each other. That's always a cool thing. I've always liked that ever since I watched. I think the anime was called Rurouni Kenshin, something like that, like an anime. It was on like television here in America, like the English dubbed anime. And I think that was my first ever experience with samurai, and all that, and I thought that was pretty cool. I should go back and watch that anime one of these days, like the actual proper Japanese version, you know, at some point. See, anything else to say about this anime? I mean, I think that's all I really have to say on it for the most part. It is a very well done show, you know, a lot of interesting themes and discussions and philosophical disagreements between certain characters, and just showing how dark things can get from people if they're in a bad situation. And there's a lot of badness in here, a lot of starvation, a lot of plagues, and just a lot of bad stuff in this show. But some people, they do their best to keep living on in spite of all that, and that's pretty admirable. People that are able to do that. But yeah, I think that's all I really got to say on the show for the most part. I liked it. I'm glad I watched it. And hope you did too, I guess. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.